So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it. It's Mack. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
The ball carrier.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
2 yards on the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. Open man is Denzel Mims. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Denzel Mims. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, McDonald got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
On first down, McDonald, a screen to Bell.
McDonald's pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
60 Eagles. Let's go. 70 Rangers. 57. Mike, 57. Let's put him on the bus.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
8-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Slam. 36.
Operating from the gun. McDonald steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Cole McDonald, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7. Dolphins nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
His pass.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. And
the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. A Avery Williamson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air. Tagovailoa dumps this one off to Mack. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Complete to Marlon.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. A final shot before break. McDonald, he's got this one complete to Perriman. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. McDonald. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. 57. Mike.
From the gun, McDonald. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action with McDonald. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go for it with Bell. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is McDonald. They'll set up a screen for Breida. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Jets 21, Dolphins 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Tua now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he finds Parker here, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Complete.
That one good for 10 yards. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Tua on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
That's it, baby. That's it right there.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another.